Welcome back to GEMS Podcast. I am your founder and host, Miss Genesis Amaris Kemp, and with me today is Kim Dang. She is the daughter of poor immigrant parents that hung the wrong crowd and drove them a little crazy. The first company she launched was a dismantling company because she was good at breaking cars apart. Decided she was too smart for hard labor and started building her online business. She is the founder of Group Convert and creator of the G.O.L.D, that's G.O.L.D, rule of group sales method, resulting in GroupLaunch Legends. And without further ado, please welcome King Dang to GEMS Podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here today. Thank you for your patience. Ready to get rolling.
My pleasure. So today we're going to focus on Facebook group automation and group monetization. So Kim, what led you to tapping into this space? I know you, in your bio, it mentioned that you were too smart for hard labor, so you decided to take it online. So is that a form that kind of led you to where you are now, or please elaborate?
Yeah, I have a dismantling company, which include a lot of inventory, and a lot of people can maybe relate to this. It was a lot of inventory, a lot of physical products, lots of showing up physically, and I wanted to figure out a way to make money online without all this overhead cost. So what I did was I went online, and at first I found out about affiliate marketing. And then later in affiliate marketing, which is getting a piece of, no product, no inventory. And if someone buys through your link, you get like a little kickback for software or whatever it is out there, course. So with that, I created a Facebook group because part of the journey is building your own story, your own movement. And a Facebook group was one of the things they recommended doing. When I did that, there was 3 questions that you can ask as people come into your group. And one of the questions would be, what's your email address? What's your phone number? What's this? And so people were flowing into my group, and I would ask those 3 questions, but I would have to copy and paste the questions and answers as people are coming in. Because Facebook, once you click approve, it just all disappears. All your questions, all your answers, it's stored nowhere. So I was doing that copy and pasting for a while, and I found a little tool that lets me just get that information and put it into a Google Sheet automatically, so that it could be connected to any software I want, like MailChimp, any email autoresponder. So my people get the email right away, the information gets stored right away. And when I saw that, I thought, why am I paying for this? I could maybe have my own, and then people would pay me for that tool. And that's when I started getting into software. So I had a developer make it. It only cost me $380. Within a week of launching that tool that I knew a lot of Facebook group owners would need, I was already making $1,500 monthly reoccurring income because of the little tool that cost me $380. And then after a month, I was making over $10,000. A month after that, I was making 15, and it just like compounded from there. Because my tool helped you get emails from Facebook groups, I started noticing a trend. My subscribers weren't just trying to store up all these emails, right? They weren't just trying to back up their Facebook group. It was more, they were trying to figure out how to monetize. They were trying to figure out how to make money online and have that work for them. And so I dove a little bit deeper into how do I help my Facebook group owners who are using my tool go and monetize their Facebook groups. So from that, I took a look at everything, all the Facebook group people were doing, the people that were killing it, making $100,000 months with like their Facebook groups, the people with a bigger audience, the people with a small audience. And from looking in the back end of all these successful and unsuccessful businesses, because I own the software, I could just tap on their shoulder and be like, hey, show me what's going on. I discovered that there is a very certain way to monetize your Facebook group. Based on that, I started teaching what I know, the conglomerate of like getting all the information, and teaching people who were my subscribers who were paying me $10 a month to go and monetize their group. And that led to beautiful stories like Tyler O'Bannon. He was pushing a $500 teeny course. And I'm like, well, this is how you transition over to a group coaching program. So within 3 weeks of working with me, I added an extra 0 to his 500, so it could be 5,000. And then I had him pitch his $5,000 offer to his group that he was like barely going live in. And he was only making 2 to 10K per month with his $500 little like course, to $66,000 his first try, his first pitch. Same thing with Kim Seltzer. She teaches online dating. She did $80,000 within the very first month working with me. So I saw that, wow, you don't need a huge group. First of all, these groups are like 300, 400 people, which can be grown in about a week, 2 weeks. If you have an audience, if you don't have an audience, then it will take you about 2 to 3 weeks to get to like 200, 300 people. But let's say that you get to that point, then I know exactly what you should be doing to open up your group, to experience your training in that group. And there is gamification, there's like the way that you talk to them, there's a way that you pitch. So I essentially teach these people how to, these amazing entrepreneurs, to sell from stage, from a virtual stage. So the way that I position it is, you can be at the comfort of your home, have a laptop, have a camera, and sit in the very same seat you're sitting in is your seat of your multi-million-dollar empire. Because I have all these Facebook group owners now. They go live, they pitch, they say their free training, they pitch their offer, they open cart, close cart, they convert, and they're in this rhythm of 2 weeks on that they work in the month and 2 weeks off. So after their training, after their enrollment, they go on vacation. So I created this type of lifestyle for my Facebook group owners where they're working and they have clients, but they also have time off. They also go on vacation. They're not in that grind of get clients all the time. And that's what led me to where we are today, which we have a team of over 15 members. We have over 100 active clients, and with paying us anywhere from $10 a month all the way to 16,000 a year, all the way to 30,000 a year, and then various packages in between. So it's very much, it grew into this, and it grew into having them come and show up at our live, actual in-person live event too. We just had one in Orlando, Florida 3 weeks ago. Ooh. And we had 40 people show up, flew in from all over the world. Some of them, like April, she bought a BMW because she worked with us for 3 weeks and made $52,000. And she's like, oh my gosh, Kim, this is amazing. And she was there to rave about us. And we're gonna have another one in Tulum, Mexico in July 14th to the 17th. So that, and then we'll have a bigger one in Miami, Florida in November, the first week of November, 3rd to the 6th. So it's grown into a movement of a bigger capacity than I realized. And it all started with a little tiny Chrome extension that cost me $380. So
yeah, so all of this started just from you coming up with the tool, working with developers and telling your developers, I want emails to be able to grab from Facebook groups and etc. But what about whenever those sites go down? Like we all saw when Facebook was down, Instagram was down, and some of the other platforms. What is your BCP, so your business continuity plan around that?
Yeah, so every single time it goes down, it's a very simple thing. My developer goes, oh, it's down, but it's gonna take me an hour to fix this. And then he fixes it for like $20. So like all my clients are back on again for $20. So it's very much, if Facebook changes, we change with it. And that's the way with a lot of these softwares out there that works with a platform. The reason why I'm able to keep it up and going above all the other alternatives out there is because I have a solid team. We have an amazing client success. It's called Help Scout. It's kind of similar to Zendesk. We have all our tickets zeroed out at the end of the day. We have an amazing customer support team. We're very dedicated to keeping it alive, keeping it on, because a lot of times people release like a little tool and then they abandon that tool, and then the people who use that tool like gets abandoned and like say, oh my God, this sucks. For me, I'm very dedicated. I see this as the long haul. The software business does over $1 million a year, and we're looking to get venture capital funding to really build out a robust analytics backend to just getting emails, but really understanding like if you can fill your group with the people who will buy from you, and you know that that's the case, if you can know exactly what to say for when you pitch to them, which is what we work with you on. We script out exactly what you should say in the order of how you'll say it when you pitch into your group. If you know those two things, and you know your group will be filled to X number of people, like, you know, by the time you're going to go live, there's 300 people waiting for you. That's the environment we enable to have for our clients, because they don't need to go live all the time. In between, they just wait until that day of when they launch, and they know on that date they're going to have hundreds of people waiting to hear from them, and they're going to open up the doors to the group, because you can click approve all and it'll like let everyone in at once. And then it causes this flooding mass effect of people coming in, learning your training, and then being wowed by how you present. And then you open cart, and then you close cart, because there's real scarcity. You can't take everyone in, like 100 people show up for your training. You can't enroll 100 people, you know. So with that said, it's very much like that's how I treat you know, my company. This is for the long haul. It's not just like a one-time thing. So if things are gonna get broken, we're gonna fix it.
So for anyone who is interested in starting off with this model, but they don't have a big Facebook group, maybe they have 35 people and it's an intimate group, but they want to grow it. So how beneficial can this system be for that individual, and how quick would it take them to get their ROI?
Absolutely beneficial. April, she started off with us with 0 people in her group. She's never had a Facebook group before. Within 2 weeks, she did her launch she started off with 8 people. And by the end of her launch, which is 5 days, she had 73 people, because she just like invited a bunch of people during the meantime. And she still did $52,000 on a package that we crafted with her together. We're like, well, this is what you should offer. It should be priced at this point. And we took her $77 thing and we made it into a $9,500 offer that was irresistible. And that enabled her to enroll like 6 clients, not too many, to do $52,000. So you can absolutely start from scratch. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks typically to grow your group to a size where you could pitch it. And then we teach you how to grow it as well. So we have a lot of organic traffic strategies that will allow your group to grow in a very organic way. And then also we have paid ad strategy for when you're hitting at a certain point, like $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. That's when we're gonna say, okay, you gotta run ads, because then you'll get more eyeballs on you the next time you launch on an offer that works and converts. So absolutely, you can start small. In terms of the amount of time for ROI, it typically takes around 1 to 1.5 months for my clients to see the ROI if they do and put in the work and they do what we say. So, and then they're learning a method that they can use again and again. April's now on her 4th launch. She just enrolled 2 people last week, $20,000 coming in for her. And she's like, every single time it gets easier and easier, to the point where one day, all you need to do is click go live, and then you just show up, to the point where one day you can automate the whole training. so that people experience it as if it's live, but it's no longer live and you no longer have to be there. It's just streaming a recording of you. So there's like the next level, which is automation, which is what our higher end program is about, because that's the journey that you travel. But on the very low end, we do have a 3-month program that's very simple. It's month 1, you launch with us. Month 2, you launch with us. You launch again. Not with us, but we teach you what to say, how to launch. And then month 3, you launch with ads. So it's a very simple, accelerated version that's just like 3 months, very doable. And you go and you create a multiple 6-figure, 7-figure business during the meantime. So hopefully that answers your question. I try to talk really fast because I know we don't have that much time.
Yes, it does. So it seems like it goes from Facebook group. Facebook group is like the beginning, then it goes to growing that Facebook group. Then over time, that automation, you could build that in, and then the monetization. But you have to really know who you're pitching to. Is it your ideal avatar, and make it something worthwhile? Is that correct?
Yeah, we work with you on that. So the very first call you have with us, we figure out what your offer is, who you're serving right away. Because once you're clear on that, you can stand strong in your conviction for when you pitch. And conviction and trust in yourself is what makes people follow you more than anything else.
The know, like, and trust factors.
Absolutely.
And so, Kim, as we wind down, because I know we got a bit of a late start, so we'll probably have to bring you back for another segment. So how can, for listeners and viewers, contact you? What's your website, and where do you hang out primarily on social media?
Yeah, of course. Hanging out on social media is mostly Facebook. My account is facebook.com/the-Kim-possible-dang. I like my handle is Kim Possible Dang across all the platforms. And the best way to get into my world is to get into the email list. It's just at groupconvert.com. We have a 14-day free trial for you to try out the little tool. I want to send everyone there because once you opt in into the email, you get exposed into everything else that we have, which is all our free training, all the automations we have available. And yeah, and then you can monetize your group. A lot of people, they're sitting on a pot of gold. They have a group that they just don't do anything with, or they have a really large group that they haven't made $1 from. And it's really leaving so much money on the table for their programs, for their financial freedom, if only they like take a look and spend a few months working it. So
awesome.
Yep.
And so that's www.groupconvert.com. And then is it /ignite?
No, just go to groupconvert.com. They can go to /ignite if they want to learn about the implementation program that we have. Okay. So if they want to go to the implementation, they want to book a call with our team, then they go there. Otherwise, there's a lot of case studies, testimonials there. Otherwise, just going to groupconvert.com by itself will enable them. There's a pop-up that lets them come into my email list about Facebook groups.
Okay, perfect. And thank you so much, Kim. For listeners and viewers, all of the information will be in the show notes. So make sure you go follow Kim Possible Dang on Facebook, and you'll be invited to get some free tips and tricks from her. There is a 14-day free period, correct, Kim?
Yes.
Awesome. And until we chat next time, peace, love, and lots of blessings. Make sure you subscribe and share this segment. We are on 40+ platforms, and follow us on YouTube at Gems with Genesis Amaris Kemp for all things video content. And if you're interested in becoming a brand sponsor where your products and services will be heard here on Gems Podcast, where we are ranked in the top 3% globally per www.listennotes.com, we are looking for sponsorships. All of that info can be found at genesisamarisKemp.net. Until we chat next time, ciao.
Ciao. Thank you, Jen.